Oh man, I'm so excited. Guys, welcome. It's time for retail. So just a quick heads up. Classic is not going anywhere, but the gaps between my videos are becoming incredibly long due to me requiring parties for everything. The series will still continue. I will still try and cover everything, but it is now finally time I start my retail series as well, because I do want something consistent to come out on the channel, and I don't want to have like 2 week-long gaps. So for the next months, year, I have no idea, we'll have Classic coming out for as long as I'm playing it, but then also I'm now starting retail. So thank you so much for joining me once again on this beautiful journey, and I hope many more videos are to come after this one. So first of all, very importantly, in Classic, I played a gnome warlock, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed my time, but there are two things that I want to kind of change. Now, first of all, the aesthetic. I want to go from dark ranged to very bright flashy melee. What better way is there than to go with Paladin? Also, while I kind of enjoyed my time as a gnome, you know, gnomes are so tiny. They are, where even is, yeah, there's a gnome. They're so tiny, like I can't see a change, and I have the same thing with my Asura and Guild Wars 2. I can't see a change in my gloves, in my boots, in my, like, whatever, my weapons, because everything is like scaled down to the size of my character. So I was thinking about going for different things. You know, I can go with Tauren, but I've heard their headgear is kind of wonky. I can go with Human, but that's two standards, and I'm no standard bitch. We can go with Dwarf, but then, you know, they're kind of like, they're very wide, but they're also kind of small again. I don't think I really want that. Then there are, you know, like the Pandas, but they can't be Paladin, so I can't go for a Panda. And we've got the Orcs, once again, can't go for Paladin. So there aren't many options available, and I, in the end, decided to go with Blood Elf. Now, I don't know if there's any racial specific things that I should really care about. I've not really looked into that. I'm just gonna go with flavor, and I kind of like the idea of having a Blood Elf Paladin. Also, I absolutely adore the starting zone for Blood Elf. Now, I know you're starting off with some different zone, but maybe I can still go there and do some leveling there, because I kind of want to take this slow, just like with my Classic playthrough. I'm not gonna rush through it. I'm gonna take my time. I'm not gonna really be looking at much outside of the game. I won't be taking in too much of guide content. I'll just be playing, doing whatever the game tells me I should be doing, and I'll just follow whatever happens on my screen. And of course, you guys can guide me along in the comments. You can definitely give me hints and stuff, but I will try and make sure this is kind of like a blind playthrough. Even though I have played a bit of it before, it's very much a blind playthrough, because I've only played the first like 5 or 10 hours of retail, really. So anyway, that's enough preamble. Let's hop in. So customize. There's also something called class trial here. I guess that means I can go and try the class. Sounds kind of cool, but you know what? I don't care. We'll just go in. I've made up my mind. Is EK still available? I have no idea. Okay, I probably already took it. So what? Can I do EK? Double E? Ha ha ha! I cheated the system. EK. Here we go. So skin colors. You know, we're a paladin. You know, we need to be like no, that's too dark. Yes, we are. No, actually, this is too pale. You know what? We'll go with this one. Here we go. In the face, do I care? Oh my god, he's angry. Why are you so angry, sir? Why are you so angry? I want him to be friendly, but fair face. Now, I want him to be like an elf from the Lord of the Rings, but not Rings of Power Lord of the Rings, because that's the wrong skin color. They need to be fair skinned. You know what? We'll go with 4. Hairstyle slicked. We'll go back to the first one first. Okay, so we have flipped, which is very much not my style. It needs to be like someone, you know, with wisdom in his hair, apparently. Ooh, this one is actually rather interesting. This one looks kind of cool. All right, foxtail. That's parted long. Kind of like that one too. Spiked? No. Feathered is kind of cool, I guess. Slicked. I mean, slicked, like, this is just such a classic look, isn't it? Kind of like it. Headbands, top knot, mane, thick braids, trail. Oh my god, there's so many options. Oh, I can be bold. You know, I know it's probably quite standard, but I kind of like slicked, you know? It just works with a paladin, you know? Yeah, it just works. Okay, hair color. Ooh, do I go white? A white paladin. I mean, to be fair, that's probably very standard. But something about it I kind of like. Yes, we'll go with it. Can I have a beard? Okay, hold on. I need like a slow, like a bit of a trimmed beard, okay? No. Does this guy only grow facial hair on his chin? Hello? Where's the proper trimmed beard look? Hello? No, terrible. Still kind of terrible. I mean, they're all kind of terrible. You know what? Clean. I guess we go clean because they're all absolutely terrible. All right, well, we're clean. We're clean shaven. We wake up every morning. We grab the razor. You know, we go. Okay. So ears. We have short, medium, and long. Oh my god, those are ears. Those are ears. You know what? We'll go in short. That looks much more normal. Eye color. I kind of like green, but let me just quickly look through these. Look with orange, which looks kind of cool as well. I kind of like green, but it might be the standard one. So I kind of... I mean, blue is very paladin-y, maybe. Actually, no, paladin-y is more like gold. Like, this would probably be very paladin-y. But no, I kind of like green. It might be like a standard bitch kind of thing, which... Sorry in advance. Eyesight, both? Oh, I can be... Well, that's very interesting. I can be a blind paladin. With the, you know, the power of light guiding my path. But no, instead I will have both eyes. Because I'm going to need my eyes, guys. Because I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. I need my eyes, okay? Thank you. Next. Choose your starting zone. So this is Exile's Reach. This is probably the better starting experience. I'm well aware of that. But there's also Sunstrider Isle. And I love the starting zone. Guys, this might be a very bad choice here. I probably should go for Exile's Reach. And I'm very well aware of that. It's probably a better paced experience. But I love this place, okay? I'm gonna go... I will go here. Oh my god, the model, like the armor looks kind of terrible. You can see there's a lot of different characters here. You know, apparently I made a character called EK at some point. Also, is this another my warband? Hold on. What? Can I just drop whatever this guy is? Can I drop him? I want this guy to be in my warband. That's how this works, right? Can I warband him? There we go. He's been warbanded. There we go. He's here. Ha ha ha. Beautiful. So this is a character I created years ago. I didn't really play him so much. I have like 800 gold apparently, which I guess is nothing in retail, but it's like a lot in classic. You know, like a lot of characters, these have been created over the years where I did some attempts. But you can see they're all like level 3, level 2, level 26. They're not high level. I'm not really a pro in this game whatsoever. We're going to be playing EK. This guy will level cap. I haven't, as you can see, I haven't purchased the expansion yet. But of course, I will pick it up. But I'm kind of hoping that before I hit that point, there's going to be a sale that I can abuse to get it cheaper, okay? Big brain. Opening cutscene?
The past few years have seen unprecedented changes within the eternal land of Quel'Thalas. The Blood Elves, following the will of their crazed leader Kael'thas Sunstrider, channeled dangerous, chaotic magics to transform their sacred Sunwell into a gateway of unspeakable evil. While Kael'thas and his demonic masters were eventually defeated, a different kind of transformation occurred within the Sunwell itself, as a dying Naru sacrificed its life essence to reignite the Sunwell into a fount of holy energy.
Don't want to be in front of the text.
Now, the Blood Elf regent Lorthamar Theron sees a new hope on the horizon for his people. Over time, the Sunwell's light could cure the Blood Elves of their cursed state. But many still cling to the arcane powers they've procured and are hesitant to relinquish them. As one of the remaining Blood Elves, you must fight to protect Quel'Thalas and help redeem the soul of your ancient people.
All right, my ancient people. I got you, ancient people. Okay, so the UI looks very much different. It still looks similarly themed, but it does look a bit more modern, which obviously is a good thing. There's also something called Holy Power here, which I guess is something that wasn't in Classic as far as I'm aware, but, you know, resource management and stuff has probably been revamped a lot. So just to give anyone who hasn't seen my Classic series a little bit of a rundown, I have tried WoW in the past. I played Season of Discovery. I am level capped. I am through all the dungeons. I'm starting like I'm in my like 0.5 quest chain right now as I'm recording this. And I've done a little bit of raiding. I would like to raid a bit more. So I'm now fairly well versed in what Classic really is. Now, obviously, not an expert there either, but I kind of know what I'm talking about to a small extent. I don't really know the same things about retail. And the way I'm going to approach this is just like with Classic. I'm going to take things slow. There won't be a lot of, me jumping around constantly. There will be a lot of cutting as we get later into the series when I have less and less to talk about. But it will be very much a slower paced, immersive sort of let's play where I just cut out like long grinding sections, but I will keep in most of the actual proper world building and stuff. Anyway, that is enough. Let's talk to Magistrix Arona. Alright, so this, first of all, this is quite small. I was expecting this to be a bit bigger. Can I move this around? I can't move this UI element around. That's already a bit weird. I will probably see if there's any sort of AI mod for it as well. There might not be, but in the duration, we don't have any mods installed yet. And just quickly clarifying the topic of mods, I'm not opposed to mods in any way, and I will probably add mods as this playthrough progresses. I'll add them one by one, just like I did with Classic, so we can slowly take them in and learn how they work. But I'll start off with no mods whatsoever. I'll probably install Reshade just to make the game look a little bit better. But besides that, no mods will be at the very start of the series. So, reclaiming Sunstrider Isle. The sooner you begin your education, EK, the better for all of us. There is little room for error, so listen closely. The burning crystals, the green floating objects to the west of the Sun's Spire, here, have long been used to power the Isle's experimentations. The mana worms were their guardians, but the scourge invasion of Kel'Thalas has driven them errant from our lack of magical control over them. There's little choice but to thin their numbers for reclamation. Do this, then return to me. So, kill 6 mana worms. They are located close to the burning crystal that are adjacent to the tower and gazebo. And we receive the green plate boots. There we go. And we don't need quests or anything in this game, because you can actually clearly see on the map where things are. So I don't need outsider information, which is always good. There's also a bit of a thing where if I'm walking and I don't have my mouse on the minimap, it kind of fades out, which is pretty interesting. So, over here, I have mana worms, which I reckon then spawn somewhere in this area. These are mana worms. We need to kill 6 of them. And we have one ability called Crusader Strike. Strike the target for 17 physical damage. Regenerate 1 holy power, which I reckon is this bar down here. And yes, it is. There's also some cubs, which I'm not sure I care much about. So let's go over to this mana worm. Kind of like how they're flying. So I do remember playing this because I have played bits and pieces. Oh my god, these mobs are weak. I have played bits and pieces of this game, but I never really made it very far into it. So the early part will be somewhat familiar because I have played them many, many years ago. But I think the last time I played a Blood Elf character probably was when I played a bit on a private server, which I did many years ago, probably like 15 years ago plus, if not more. So while I have been here, I really don't remember much, but I do remember always loving the aesthetic. Alright, I'm gonna go kill some mana worms. See you in a second. Oh, let me enable auto loot as well, because that's just much easier. Oh my god, I just one-tapped that guy. I am a god walking amongst mere mortals. Alright, let me head back to the NPC. Oh, there is something called WoW's anniversary going on. Experience and reputation gains increased by 10%. Okay, kinda cool. It's gonna make my experience a bit quicker, which I don't know if I really care about. 10% is like not too much, but it's a nice little bump, I guess.
What business have you?
You have successfully completed your first task. For that, you are congratulated. Such success gives me faith that you will turn out better than those young blood elves who failed to heed the lessons of their masters. Continued success will be rewarded, not only with knowledge, but also with tangible rewards as well. Your work here, however, is not finished. There is much more to learn, my young friend.
We will have justice.
There we go. Did we just gain like... Oh no, I thought we gained like more than a full level, but we just hit level 2. Okay, that's pretty quick. Your effort has made something clear that, honestly, I wish were not true. The unchecked power of the burning crystals has maligned a much larger swath of the Isle's natural balance than I thought. We must now take one more unfortunate measure to reclaim control. The nearby lynxes have succumbed to the influence of the crystals, and they must be put down. Bring their colors, EK, as I may yet be able to fashion a magical constraint to turn some back from being uncontrolled. Collect 8 lynx collars. Okay, and we got the green plate vest, which works very well with our green plate boots. Are they actually green? They are green. That's cool. Look at us in our high level gear, our green booties of power. That's how we roll around here. So are these spring paw cubs? the lynxes that they were talking about? Or are the lynxes... No, the lynxes are down there. Okay, let's go kill some lynxes. I'll be back in a moment. Kind of like the way they look, though. They look kind of cool. Oh, wait, we have a skill. Hold on. So we build up some power. This takes 3 holy power, which we build up by using our ability. Does it also burn back down if we don't do anything or something like that? Resources used by all paladins. Some abilities generate holy power and others consume either all available or 3 holy power. And I'm assuming if they consume all available, that probably means that they're more powerful when consuming a higher amount. At least that would make some level of sense to me. Alright, so the next enemy I face... Wait, we have some new gear. But that's worse gear. This is also worse gear. Well. That doesn't help me in the least. Alright then. So what do we have here? Shield of the Righteous. Slams enemies in front of you with your shield, causing 9 holy damage and increasing your armor by 26 for 4.5 seconds. That sounds like a fairly strong tanking ability, you know, where you keep your own... Because it's instant cast, it has no cooldown, and all it depends on is getting holy power. So if you can generate enough holy power, I reckon Shield of the Righteous is a fairly strong tanking ability to make sure you keep your own modification up. So let's try it. Oh wait, never mind. Okay, so it does go down. I guess after a certain amount of time in combat or something, this thing ticks down. That's fine though, so you can't, you know, prepare something and then blow it all on one enemy, which is fine, you know. It just makes sure that you need to keep up some level of pacing if you want to use it effectively. Alright, we'll go insta-tap from Crusader Strike into Shield of the Righteous. Here we go. Let's one-tap this links. This into this. Oh, yes. 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 Oh, they are dropped from the Springpaw Cubs as well. Okay, cool. Alright, we have your collars for you. It gives me no pleasure to ask you to destroy these beasts. While in times past we have lived in relative harmony with woodland creatures, these are different times. The first order of business for all Cinderay is survival. Make sure you remember that. The tower and surrounding area should now be relatively secure, though only for the time being. You have done well in providing us with the buffer of security, but we will need to reassert control over the entire isle if we are to survive here in the long run. This will involve tackling much greater threats than the errant mana worms and lynxes. Take this, EK. You will no doubt make good use of it for the tasks to come. The green plate vest, which gives us 1 whole more armor, guys. 1 more armor. Oh my god, I'm so strong now. You are to report to my assistant, Lanthan Paralon. He will instruct you on what needs to be done next. While we here at Sunstrider will continue to rein in the burning crystals, you will be focused on a more pressing matter concerning Felthrian Academy. Lanthan will explain fully when you speak to him. Simply walk west of here along the path and you should see him standing close by. Good luck, EK. Your continued success shall be rewarded. Your warband previously completed this quest. Oh, I reckon that's probably for systems where there's like an achievement system for completing all the quests, and they are now account-wide or warband-wide, I guess. So knowing you've already completed it on a different character can help you for those kind of things. At least that's what I'm guessing. Alright, so I guess I probably want to pick up all these quests, right? I don't really know what the pacing of this game is going to be like. It probably is going to be very different, very much faster than I'm used to. And I'm probably gimping myself a little bit in leveling speed as well, which I'm perfectly fine with by going through this leveling experience as opposed to through the newer one. But, you know, I kind of wanted to explore TBC, so I guess I kind of get to play TBC now, which is kind of cool. Ah, 2 quests. The Sunspire held a beautiful vantage of the Sunwell once. Our lives have been turned upside down, EK, but we nonetheless carry on. It is our way. We are survivors. If you are to survive this upheaval, carry on in your own right, then you must learn how to survive. All Blood Elves must do this. You must master your insatiable hungering for magic before it masters you. So the Shrine of Duff Ramar. Day after day I stand here, watching, waiting. I have been accused of dwelling too much on our past, while my eyes look to the horizon. But it is my firm belief that each visitor to this island should honor those who have sacrificed all so that they may continue to do so. Doframar Sunstrider was our first king. He led us here from Kalimdor through the Maelstrom. Seek out his shrine to the west and do not return to me until you have read the plaque upon it in his honor. Okay. And there's also Solanian's belongings. With all the chaos happening here at the Sunspire, I haven't had a chance to collect my belongings I've left outside at various places on the isle. I must maintain my vigil over the Sunwell here, so I'll ask you to collect them in my stead. I need my scrying orb, my scroll of scourge magic, and my journal. Use this satchel for some extra space, as my things are rather bulky. Return them to me and I'll give you a little something, you know, for the effort. You can keep the satchel as well. Alright. So the one thing that I very much realize is, as much as I do enjoy reading all of this stuff for lore reasons and knowing what's going on, it's kind of fun to me. The one thing that I obviously don't get here is the experience of having to piece together where I have to go for a quest. That was really fun about doing the classic playthrough, where I, you know, had to read the quest and had to kind of like have them guide me properly. Now I can kind of see on the map where I have to go. I don't know how that was in original Burning Crusade. I'm assuming it wasn't there yet. Do let me know in the comments if that is the case, because I'm kind of curious now. But I'm assuming this is all because I'm playing retail TBC content. So I can actually see where I need to go right now.
Our enemies will fall.
A fistful of slivers. It is a shame that we've lost control of many of the creatures here on the island. This was once a tranquil place of study and research. Now it's all we can do to keep from being attacked by our own creations. I am going to offer you a chance to receive a magical boon in exchange for some collecting work on your part. Bring me a stack of arcane slivers that are found on the mana-using creatures of Sunstrider Isle, and I will cast a spell on you that should aid your adventures on the isle. And also we get the Daylight Cloak, which is our first back item, which I think is kind of cool. Also what I think is kind of cool, like these brooms. Guys, can I get one of these in my place? Can I just, like, can I buy these? Can I order these somewhere? Can I get these off Amazon? I mean, I guess they're like magical Roombas, right? They're kind of cool. So, Arcanist Hellion. Yes. If there is only one lesson you designed to remember from your time on Sunstrider Isle, let it be this. Control your thirst for magic. So, we keep seeing this recurring trend of night elves needing to control their thirst for magic. And we also heard about some curse in the opening cutscene. I'm assuming those are connected. I can't remember exactly what was said in the opening cutscene because there was a lot of information coming my way immediately. So I'll probably miss something, but you know, I reckon those two are connected, right? It is a thirst unending, EK. What you absorb must be controlled and released via arcane torrent. Failure is to become one of the wretched, hopelessly addicted, and insane. Wasn't this called? Yeah, this is arcane torrent. Remove one beneficial effect from all enemies within 8 yards and restore 1 holy power. Interesting. Seek out a mana worm and unleash your arcane torrent upon it. Learn to master your power. When you have sufficiently released an arcane torrent, return to me. And we get the green plate gauntlet. So I guess we're working on getting the entire green plate set, which is kind of cool. Is there an auto sell trash thing as well? There is. Yeah, sell all junk items. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, a mana worm, and we use this ability. And we have unleashed the torrent. Oh, what is this? Judgment. Judges the target, dealing 17 holy damage. Oh, well, I guess you judge people by bonking them on the head with a hammer very, very, very aggressively in this universe. I don't want to be subject of a lawsuit in this world, because that means I arrive in the courtroom, and then someone's like, hey, you have been sentenced to hammer on the face, which doesn't sound very pleasant to me, but, you know, it is what it is. So, we've returned. You've done well, AK. Your willingness to learn shows that you may very well rise above the unyielding cravings you must endure as a blood elf. Rest not on your laurels, young one, but instead seek to master what you have learned. Only through diligence will we as a race survive. Take this, it may be some use to you. Go now, and bring glory once more to our people. There we go, and I... Wait, level 4. I thought it was level 3. We're blowing through this. Okay, Flash of Light. Quickly heal a friendly target for 88. If I don't have a target, will I autocast on myself? I will. Oh, I love the bar. It's a very pleasant looking bar that fills up. It's very satisfying. Okay, was there something else we can do here? There isn't, right? No, I think we have everything, unless there's... I feel like on the map there's something there, but I guess I must be mistaken. Okay, what we'll do now... Oh wait, auto-walking isn't a thing? With the same button? Okay, well I guess I'll have to set something up for that. I guess I'll head over to report to Lanthan Paralon for this quest over here. And then we will go and have a bit of a chat with him. Okay, we are here. Magistrix Irona told me you'd be along quickly enough, EK. The Felthrigan Academy to our west, the huge floating building with the ornate spires. Is it that thing over there? That cool looking thing? Probably. Is in bad shape. You're going to be leading the effort to recapture it from one of the wretches, a blood elf who has forever succumbed to their basest cravings. I hope you are ready to work. This is not only going to be a lesson about danger, but also of what happens when you forsake the realities of who you are. Alright, before sending you to the academy, I want you on another task that needs to be dealt with immediately. Once used to aid in the gardening of Sunstrider Isle, the bestial tenders now have grown out of control. Clear them out with due haste, but be warned, their lack of control has made them aggressive. It is such aggression that forces us to put down these once gentle servants. It doesn't please me to ask you to do such a task, but survival is survival. I'll mourn later. And we can get another weapon, which I am looking forward to. Alright. So, let us go and do all of these quests, I guess, and then return. So, first of all, you know what? Let me go to these tenders, whatever they are. I'm assuming they're like weird plant-looking things. Oh, by the way, totally different topic right here, but I have seen a really cool movie yesterday. I went to the movies, and I wanted to quickly share it. I saw Heretic, or Heretic, depending on the way you pronounce it. I say Heretic generally, but I also hear a lot of people saying Heretic. So, it's a horror-ish movie. It's not really scary or anything, but it's a really cool movie about some guy who wants to, like, who has two people coming over who are of Christian religion, and they are, there to spread the word of God. And this guy has like his own theories, and it kind of turns into like a weird thing where, the women enter the house, but might not be able to leave immediately. And it's a really, really well-crafted story. I really enjoyed the underlying themes of it. If you like religious discussion, not necessarily religious, like I'm not religious myself, but if you like religious discussion, like the actual proper theory behind it, it's quite an interesting movie. So I recommend watching it. Also, if you just enjoy like a really well-paced, well-written, a well-designed movie, I think it's really good. So if you've seen it, let me know what you think of it, because I actually think it's probably the strongest movie I have seen all year. And I haven't seen that many movies, but I've definitely seen enough to have the best movie of the year mean something. Alright, back to WoW. Let me go kill some more trees. I like the way they look, though. They look kind of cool. It's also kind of interesting how there literally isn't a single other person here, which I guess it makes sense because there isn't a reason to return here, but it's such a different experience than playing Classic, where there's pretty much always people everywhere. The combat does feel a lot more snappy, though. Like, already, I feel like I'm, like, chaining abilities together much, much quicker. Did something also change about the GCD, or is it just that, the abilities, like, flow very quickly? Because I feel like whenever I've played Classic, the abilities didn't flow this quickly, even in endgame, really. Like, everything just flows super fast, and I actually do think I enjoyed that a lot more, purely from a mechanical enjoyment point of view. Don't know if it's like better design, but I am very much more engaged. I like pressing buttons, However, my brain cells are much less engaged, because the game is definitely much easier, which I expected, to be fair, so I'm not, I'm not shocked, but it definitely was as promised. Okay, there's a scroll of Scourge magic for us to pick up. There we go, it is ours. Also, didn't we get like a bag improvement or something? Didn't we get like a bigger bag? Oh, there's also these gauntlets. Let me see what these gauntlets look like. Are they green? They are green. Haha, beautiful. So I thought we got a backpack increase or something, but I don't see it. Am I blind? Oh, it's this like little thing up here, I guess. I thought we had to go and equip it first. Also, I want to merge the bags, and I think there's an option somewhere. Yes, combine bags. There we go. I will probably get an add-on for this to make my bag look a little bit better, which is one of the things that I probably will grab first. If you have any other add-ons where you're like, hey, this is something you should definitely be grabbing early on, please do let me know. Because as I said, I'm not opposed to add-ons. I just want to introduce them one by one so I can fully appreciate what they do without, kind of being swarmed by 15 different things and having all of them do things that, kind of overlap with each other. But do let me know which ones you recommend that I use, and I will slowly introduce them into the series. So here's the Shrine of Duff Ramar, and we can read it. And it says, you have discovered the location of the shrine. Upon further examination, you sense a stronger pulse of the strange power that has gripped the isle. You feel a bit uncomfortable standing by the shrine, and perhaps a little bit disturbed. The bronze placard along the side of the shrine reads, here stands the Shrine of Duff Ramar, a fitting tribute to a noble elf. Let all who gaze on this monument remember the sacrifices for our people and his dedication to the cause of our continued survival. All who prosper in Quel'Thalas do so thanks to him. I don't know what he did. I don't know who he is. But thanks, bro. Thanks a lot. I appreciate whatever effort you have put in. So what I'll do is I'll head over here. And then I'll head over here. And then we'll look back and we'll hand in all the quests in one go. And then I will have a lot of reading because there'll be a lot of quest text. You can treat this kinda like an audiobook. You know, I want it to be known for anyone who hasn't seen my content yet and, you know, has stumbled upon this series, because that quite often happens. You know, people will stumble on the first part of a series and they haven't really checked the channel before. So if you're new here, well, first of all, welcome. But second of all, these videos are definitely not really meant to be watched. I mean, you can watch them. It's not that, you know, watching them is a bad thing, but they're very much recorded in a way where I am perfectly fine being your second monitor content. You know, slap me on the second monitor, listen to me while you're playing your own game, while you're doing your own thing, and, you know, just treat it as like a bit of an audiobook kind of experience, because I definitely think my kind of style really works for that. So you probably won't be missing too much on the screen, and if I'm talking about something on the screen, you know, you'll hear me talking about something specifically on the screen. But most of the time, it's kind of like a podcast kind of thing, you know, with some reading, with some chatting. That's kind of the way I do things. So we have a Solonian scrying orb here right on the screen. You know, if you've just put me on the other monitor, pull me back, because we have the Solonian scrying orb. And there we go. That's it. You know, okay, it's fine. You know, back to the monitor I go. And I'll see you guys again in just a moment when I have arrived over at Solonian's journal. I do kind of like the art style, by the way. The art style of the Blood Elves is very cool, which is why I remember this place so vividly. Also, that's a really cool looking green crystal. I don't know what it is, but I like the color palette they use here. You know, it is very much gold, red, a bit of a green. Like, it's very vibrant, and I do very much enjoy it. So here we go. This is the Solonian journal. Can we read it, or is it just a book that we can just pick up? Can I read it? Is it in my inventory? Oh wait, are quest items? Oh my god, I'm so happy. Quest items aren't in my inventory, are they? They are just in a list somewhere in the background. They're in my journal somewhere, but they're... Oh, that makes me so happy, guys, because having quest items clog my inventory, especially when it's a quest that I'm not finishing, you know, anywhere soon, has kind of bothered me a little bit in Classic, so this is a very much a welcome improvement. So, while the deaths of the tenders give me no joy whatsoever, it does show me that you're ready to fight for the most important task you'll do here on Sunstrider Isle. Take this and put it to good use. You will need good items and sharp wits for the task ahead. Our reassertion of control over the islands depends on it. So we can grab an axe, which is 0.6 damage per second, which is better. We can also get a mace, which is the same, and we can get a sword, which is also the same. I don't know what I will be speccing into later. I guess I'll figure it out as we go. But I kind of like the idea of having an axe. So, Felrend the Banished. A betrayer of our people resides atop Felthrian Academy to the southwest. Felendren is his name, and he was banished from the Blood Elf lands for failing to heed the warnings of our teachings and elders. He is the worst of our society, as he lives only to feed his insatiable magical addictions. He refuses to learn control. He is a shell of his former self, one of the wretched, and he is a threat to the Sunspire. Destroy him and the wraiths he uses as minions. And we can pick up another weapon of the same pool. Okay, interesting. We will definitely go do that in just a moment. But first, I have 3 more quests to hand in over at the Sunspire. So let's head back there. Oh, so if I press P, I open up a very large spell book. And it is definitely very different to the spellbook that I'm used to in Classic, because the skills unlock automatically. I don't have to go to a skills vendor or something to purchase the skills, and I don't have to really keep an eye on them myself because they level up automatically. This very much reminds me of the way Guild Wars 2 did its progression, because initially you also had to go back to a skills book vendor kind of person, and you had to upgrade your skills as you went, and they removed that down the line. And I guess WoW did the exact same thing. I guess it's just a streamlining thing where they don't like the traveling back and forth. I kind of liked from an RP perspective, but I can also understand it from a gameplay perspective, especially a game that kind of revolves around now like powering through levels and getting to the end game and then playing the end game. It isn't always the best thing to have people have more time traveling than they need to have. Also, there's something on the right side over here. Lots of stuff like retribution stuff, protection stuff, holy stuff. I guess I'll look into this later, but this is like basic paladin stuff. And then these are the 3 specializations, I guess. And I'll see how that works. There's also a general, which I'm assuming is just like our general tab like in Classic. It's a very big thing, by the way. There's also a spellbook, like there's more tabs, but there's not a tab right now. And I can minimize it. Oh, haha. Yeah, that's much easier. So I can have a bit of screen estate. And then we can also hide passives if we want to. Okay, very interesting. So Arcanist Ilthalas, we have returned. We will indeed persevere. Many of the creatures here on the Isle were at one point bound into non-aggression and complacency by magical skills. When the Scourge destroyed the Sunwell, our hold over these creatures shattered. Arcane slivers are the remnants of the control we once had, and as such might be usable in a fashion. Sorry guys, I can't read today. It's very small. I have to like upscale the UI at some point, but I don't want to upscale the rest. Like this is a little bit annoying. But the slivers might be usable in fashioning a new device to aid us in regaining their control. Better still, perhaps the slivers could be used to see what malaise the Isle truly suffers under. So we give him the slivers, and he says, for the quest, a fistful of slivers. Splendid, these will do nicely. I have been doing quite a bit of thinking on the current malaise Sunstrider's Isle suffer under. One possible course of action I had pondered was to collect these arcane slivers from the beasts on the Isle. In doing so, they could be experimented on. This would provide a potential source of culpability. Anyway, I will tend to the research. Allow me to place this incantation on you. I believe you'll make good use of it. We have a buff here now. So, Fortitude of the Sin Doré increases stamina and versatility by 5. What is versatility? Is that a new stat? I've not heard of that. Can I see my stats somewhere? What is versatility? I don't know. Sure, I'll see that later. Okay. But more importantly, I have a cape. I can't really see the cape, but I can press Z, I think. Yes. Yes. Look at my cape, guys. Yes. All right, let's head over into this building, and we can have a bit of a chat here with the guy up on the stairs who has been watching. He has been waiting, and he has been awaiting our return. And I am now trying to fill time and a sentence walking up these stairs. Hello, cat. I am sorry. I just want to click you. Oh my god, he's so cute. Okay, we forget this happened. Guys, this did not happen, okay? This did not happen. Don't tell anyone I did that, okay? Thank you.
Glory to the Sindori.
Alright, so the Shrine of Duff Ramar.
Keep your wits
EK, thank you for sharing your experience at the Shrine of Duff Ramar. First off, you should be commended for your sense of duty and respect. It will serve you well not only here, but in all of Azeroth as well. As for the odd sensation, it is no doubt a contributing part of the taint that has befallen Sunstrider Isle. We shall keep an eye on it. Thank you for alerting us to it. You are most welcome, sir.
We will have justice.
Have you had a chance to find my belongings? Once we reassert our dominance over the Sunstrider Isle, I will need them in my work. For now, though, I must maintain my watch over the Sunwell, or what remains of it. Here we go.
Keep your wits
Well done. I know you'll be perfect for the task. Once it's safe to make use of the outdoor facilities on the Isle, I'll be putting these things to good use. Like I mentioned, please feel free to keep the satchel. Also, you might find this piece of armor to be useful. Consider it ample compensation for a simple task performed dutifully. What has he gifted us? Also, I haven't equipped my new axe yet, have I? No, I haven't. Let me see. Ah, a big... Oh, I actually quite like that. That's quite nice. So, what armor did we... Did he gift us some level of armor? Am I blind? There's the boots. Oh, the Paladin's Sabatons. They're the exact same as the green plate boots. Do they look better? This is part of my set, you know. There's also the green plate vest. I guess maybe we got this one just now. I don't know. Ah, the set is coming together, guys. The set is coming together. Okay, so what we'll do next is I will run over here to Feldren the Banished. I will take him out, take down his henchmen, and we will rid the Isle of all of the evil. So we can have the next adventure do the exact same thing, because the world never changes. Alright, see you there in just a moment. But that, you know, that stuff looks very cool. Alright, so this is the Fall 3 Academy. And we have to go kill some arcane wraiths, which spawn on here. We have to kill tainted arcane wraiths, which are, I'm assuming, the same mobs. Oh, they look kind of cool. Oh, we have a new skill as well. Hammer of Justice. Stuns the target for 6 seconds. What? 6 seconds? My god, that's a long stun duration. I'm used to stuns being like 2-3 seconds at most in most games. I'm assuming that's not there in PvP, because that sounds ridiculous. I'm kind of enjoying the combat flow of Paladin so far, though. It's quite satisfying. I'm assuming it only gets better from here, so that's a good sign. Oh, so these are the tainted arcane wraiths. There we go. We kind of just clapped him. Oh, wait. Quest is covered. Hold on. So we found something. A quest item. You have found an odd sliver of crystallized mana on the corpse of the tainted arcane wraith. The sliver is different than the others you may have seen in that it is as dark and sinister looking as the wraiths you looted it from. Just holding it gives you a sense of unnatural foreboding. Arcanist Helion at the gazebo of the Sunspire on Sunstrider Isle just might be someone who would have a use for a sliver. Okay, very interesting. And this is the boss mob guy I have to kill, so here we go. We tap him with the stun. I mean, you'll probably be dead before you can even hit me, really. Okay, here we go. One. I need more. Oh, he's got something called Mind Flay. What's he doing? Bam, bam. Big damage. There we go. Feldren's head. Okay, now we just need one more tainted arcane wraith. And then I can go bring the quest back. Now, is there one? There's one down there, but is there full damage? Guess we'll find out in a way. This is the way. There is full damage, but I guess we regen fairly quickly. So I can make my way down there. Cool. There we go. That is that quest done as well. Let's head back over to the quest NPC. Oh wait, the entire world has kind of been revamped. Well, I mean, I know there's like a lot of different things now. But if I go to the Eastern Kingdoms, for example, over here, the Eversung Woods is what I'm in right now, is level 1 through 30. But then the Ghostlands, I'm assuming that's the second zone for Blood Elves. I'm not sure I've ever been there. Is 1 through 30. There's also something called Pet Level, which I'm not quite sure exactly what that is. And then there is like the Eastern Plaguelands, which is normally like a 50 to 60-ish area, I think. And it's level 15 through 30. I know it's like been like a level squish. Does this mean I can kind of spend everywhere leveling to level 30, and then from level 30 onwards, I'll have to go elsewhere? So what happens if I now look at... My god, there's so much stuff. The Outlands, they are also up to level 30. And I would love to explore some of these zones, you know, because I've never been in these zones. Then there's also Shadowlands, so much stuff. There is Draenor. I think Draenor is the Outlands before they were destroyed or something, from what I've heard. But they're up to like level 40. And then in Azeroth, you got the Broken Isles, which... Was that Legion? Was that Legion? I don't know. Pandaria, of course, is Pandaria. I don't know what Kaz Algar is. Is this... Oh, I think this is the new thing. Yeah, I think this is the War Within. Then Kulturaz. Not quite sure exactly. Dragon Isles is for Dragonflight, I reckon. So I guess I can spend a little bit of time in all of these expansions. Not like probably explore them, but I guess I can at least visit them a little bit, maybe? Alright, I would love to do that. Like, I did get a bit of a glimpse of every expansion, so if that's a feasible path, guys, let me know. I'll probably spend, like, the first 10, 20 levels just leveling through here, and then I'll see, like, if the game opens up and allows me to go elsewhere. I guess if I had chosen the normal starting, like, the beach thing, Embark Beach, whatever it was called, which I think actually the guild was one place for, like, hub stuff, but I guess if I went there, probably at the end, it would have told me, like, hey, you can go to Dragonflight or you can go to some of the other expansions. But since I've chosen this is probably not the best way to go about things. But yeah, let me know if I need to know something specific about how this is structured. Anyway, for now, I'll talk to Arcanist Helion. From your demeanor, you seem to be on a matter of some urgency. Is there something specific I can assist you with? Yes, I found a tainted arcane sliver. This is most interesting, and when I say interesting, I mean more disturbing than anything else. Our efforts to reassert control over the Isle in the time following the destruction of the Sunwell have been a challenge. I suspect that whatever foul source is corrupting the Isle is at the heart of it all. This sliver may be of some aid in uncovering what's really going on. You were wise to bring this to me, AK. Take this as a compensation for your diligence. Thank you. There we go, we are leveling up once again, and now we get Consecration. Consecrates the land beneath you, causing 18 holy damage over 12 seconds to enemies who enter the area. Ooh, I like this one. I really like this one. Yes, that sounds really cool. Okay, I will 100% be using that, and I'm kind of hoping this is like a DPS rotation ability, because I love the idea of putting a field down on me with holy damage. That sounds kind of fun. Okay, so, you know, either someone right now is like, haha, he is right. That is exactly, he's going to be spamming the ability all the time. Or someone is right now thinking, yeah, man, I wish that was a thing, but this skill is beyond useless. It's probably either of the extremes. So, we have another quest over here. Felendrin the Banished. Of course, remember that's the main boss guy, the traitor we just killed. Who was not really appreciative of the other Blood Elves telling him to contain his hunger for magic. Heed well this warning, Felendrin the Banished is only a symptom of a much larger problem. His demise will solve our immediate concerns, but all Blood Elves share the potential same fate as him if we let our addictions get the best of us. So are they like are they like magic vampires? They're like, you know, we need the magic, but instead of consuming all the magic, it's like, you know, they're feeding on animal blood, which would be like the equivalent, I suppose, as, you know, not consuming all the magic. It's a very interesting race, really. So, Felendrin's head, you are to be commended, EK. You have succeeded where others like Felendrin have utterly failed. Perhaps you are truly ready to be a contributing member of the Blood Elf Society. Your success here means that you are capable of surviving the greater threats that lurk in Eversong. And believe me, there are plenty to face. Ooh, we get a Sunstrider shield, which looks really cool. Ah, Traverse Log Progress, complete 10 quests. There we go, guys. I am the very best. Aiding the Outrunners. Magistrix Arona wanted you to head over to Silvermoon City in order to aid our reclamation efforts there. That is, once you had successfully addressed the situation at Felthrian's Academy. You did not disappoint us, EK. On your way to Falcon Wing Square, south of here, you should speak with Outrunner Alarian. She is not far from the bridge. The Outrunners take care of shuttling goods between here and the mainland. And since you have proven to be so resourceful, they could use your assistance. So speak with Outrunner Alaria near the bridge leading south of Sunstrider Isle. Right, we can do this. So we have now... Yep, there's the quest we need to go to. And then we can go to another area. So I'll see you guys around this bridge, I guess. Alright, we are at the bridge. We have a really cool looking entryway over there. And... these are the Eversong Woods. Oh. So, I'm assuming Sunstrider Isle is kind of the equivalent to when you are starting in the human areas. You have like this little area with the kobolds and some of those thug guys. I forgot the name there for a moment. And, you know, you've got like this little area where you hit like level 4 or something, and then you leave through and you enter the Elwyn Forest area properly. I'm assuming this is like a similar thing, where these are the ruins of Silvermoon, which I reckon, based on the fact that it has ruins, used to be an important place. And this overall is just the starter map of the Blood Elves. And it looks very big, really, like very big for a starter zone. I feel like this is much bigger, and I might be mistaken, but it feels like it's much bigger than, for example, if I were to go... Wait, why am I going to camp? No, I mean... Elwyn is... so the map looks... it's not different, but like it looks different in my brain, you know? Yeah, the Stormwind. Oh, we can even see the dungeons, the stockade. Hold on, can we see the dungeons from here? That's kind of cool. There's Grim Batol. Is that the dungeon? Right click to open adventure guide. Oh, the adventure guide thing! I heard about this. Ooh, so much stuff to do. So this is not stuff for me right now, but I guess I can go to dungeons in general. And these are the War Within, and these are my classic dungeons. And I can go to my favorite dungeon out of them all, which of course is Dire Maul. I'm joking, of course. Oh, there is... What's this music, by the way? So they're not just, you know, west, north, and east here. They actually have a proper name. There's some lore about them. There is like all the different bosses. There is the loots coming from the bosses. There is a model viewer. Guys, this is such a cool system. It's a very simple thing, but it's so nice to have.
Glory to the Sindorai.
Well, hello there, Paladin. I heard that a resourceful young Blood Elf formerly in the service of Magistrate Arona might be making their way down here to help us outrun us out. We certainly welcome the help, especially from someone who's proven to be so competent. I hope you are interested in running an errand or two for us. What if I run 3? I got you. As long as you keep rewarding me, I'm fine with it. It's hard work being an outrunner between Sunstrider Isle and Falconwing Square. Tight deadlines, long hours, and worst of all, the wretched. The road south goes through the ruins of Silvermoon. The place is crawling with wretched ready to kill you for a few mana crystals. Unfortunately, I think that's what happened to the last outrunner we sent with one of Arona's packages. I see you're eager to prove yourself. Venture into Dawning Lane to see if you can find any traces of our outrunner. Alright, so we will go explore and see what is going on over there. There's also someone in chat spamming, "Are you noobs? Are you noobs? Are you noobs?" Why is it's newcomer chat? So there's one which is newcomer chat. And there's general. Local defense. Are you noobs? Yes. Yes, sir. I am indeed a noob. Thank you for asking. I very, 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 very much appreciate the gesture of you wanting to help me out, because that's what you mean, right? Alright, here we go. Slain Outrunner. This Outrunner's belongings have all been stolen with the exception of one package. It seems to match Alarian's description of Arona's package. Imagine, you know, you just go around describing people's package. That's a bit odd. That's a bit odd. You take the package and confirm that indeed it comes from Magistrix Arona. Alarian would probably want you to bring it to her. So, well, that was very simple. And I guess we run back now. But look at this place, guys. Look at this beautiful place. I mean, to you guys, probably the thing is, most people who have watched my series on Classic have been Classic players, like reliving their nostalgia. And I'm kind of expecting the same thing to happen with this series to a certain extent. Because even though the game is not nostalgic in the same way, the experience of being a blind player through WoW, even if it's retail, probably has a nostalgic factor to it. So I'm kind of expecting the same thing to happen here.
Our enemies will fall.
What did you find, EK?
We will have justice.
By the Sunwell, that's the third outrunner we've lost this month. I appreciate your courage in venturing into Dawning Street. The guards need to keep a closer eye on these blasted wretched.
Keep your wits about you.
So, completing the delivery. The death of another outrunner is a true tragedy, but it's a risk we all accept when we take the job. Magistrix Arona at the Sunspire needs to get this package to the inn at Falconwing Square, and she needs it there as soon as possible. We are short-handed and I don't have anyone else available that can cover for us. I am not going to lie to you. The path to Falconwing Square can be extremely dangerous if you leave the safety of Dawning Lane. Do you feel up to the task, EK? Yes. Yes, we do. So where is it? It's not super far away, but it's just on the other side of the ruins of Silvermoon, which I am dying to explore. I would love to see what this place looks like. And I do also want to find an inn, because the video does need to be wrapped up at some point, and I think finding an inn is a very fitting place to do that. So, once again, I still really like the color palette. There is still a lot of gold going on. I love gold and red together. I think it works very well. These are actually the colors in my Christmas tree. I like, you know, the Bordeaux red combined with gold. That's literally what my Christmas tree looks like. If I remember, maybe I'll not be lazy and put up a picture of my Christmas tree. Maybe I won't. It really depends on how much effort I want to put into that, and if I want to run downstairs and make a picture and send it to myself on my phone, and then put it on my PC and put it in the video. I don't know. I might be too lazy. So, yeah, really cool looking place. There are also, of course, these mobs, which I just saw down there as well. The Wretched. I kind of want to move over to one of these. Are they aggressive as well? They are. I want to try this. So as long as they stay in here, I can bonk. It's like, it looks cool, but it takes for 1 damage, which really isn't that great. I mean, it's 18 holy damage, like, you know, it's instant cast, so I guess there isn't really a downside to putting it down, because it's just slowly taken away while you're using other things as well. So I don't think that's really a big downside to it, but at the same time, the damage really isn't that special either, so I'll probably have to level it up or something, and then maybe it becomes good at some point. So, Magistrate Geronis. Major malfunction. The arcane patrollers crafted by our forefathers to protect the city have fallen into a dangerous state of disrepair. They fail to recognize us as their masters and will attack us on sight. Even though they were created many years ago, the arcane cores that power them are still quite useful and valuable to us. I want you to gather those cores and bring them to me so I can put them to good use again. You will find the patrollers in the ruined section of Silvermoon, to the northwest. We get a green plate belt to continue our plate or green plate set. Over here we have another quest as well at Aeldon Sunbrand, or Aeldon Sunbrand, the captain of the Bloodhawks. Unstable mana crystals. A group of wretches recently raided a supply of unstable mana crystals from one of our arcane sanctums. If not handled properly, the crystals could explode with enough force to blow a hole into the city walls. Now, EK, I don't quite care if they blow themselves up while tapping unstable arcane sources, but the whole incident would make my men look bad. Bring me back any remaining stolen crystals you find. They might still be inside their original crates. Okay, we can do that as well. There's also this, which I would have missed if not for the fact that there's actually a big exclamation mark on top of it. Wanted, Thalis the Hungerer. The city of Silvermoon hereby issues a reward for the head of Thalis the Hungerer, notorious wretched ringleader. He is wanted for repeated crimes against the general populace of Silvermoon City, including the murder of 2 city guards. Report to Sergeant Kanren to collect the reward. I can do this. Also, didn't we get a cool shield that I haven't even equipped yet? The Sunstrider shield? Let's see what it looks like. Ooh. Ooh. That's kind of fancy. Alright, I think I need to head in here. Oh, I love this, like drapery kind of stuff. Oh. I like the aesthetic. It feels very much... If anyone here has played Guild Wars 2, it very much feels like the Wizard's Court kind of a style, like aesthetic. It looks quite nice. I do enjoy it. So some stuff will be in my inventory, I guess, when it's like a delivery thing, but I guess like mob drops won't be in there, probably. I think that's how it probably works.
Your gold is
So, welcome to Falconwing Square Inn. May I prepare a meal for you? Already a room. Completing the delivery.
Stay the course.
Welcome to my inn, Paladin. Am I to understand that you have something for me? Yes.
Remember the sun well.
Thank you. I do appreciate the prompt delivery. While you're here, please make yourself comfortable if you haven't done so already. Feel free to get a halfstone and bind yourself here. Using a halfstone will allow you to recall to an inn once every half an hour.
If you ever lose your Hearthstone, simply return to any inn, and innkeeper will gladly get you a new one. And I guess I'll probably grab the HP. I don't know, I feel like I don't need either, but I'll just grab one of them.
Time is of the essence.
And there we go, we hit another level up, level 7 already in the first video. That is very quickly. And we get Word of Glory. Calls down the light to heal a friendly target for 117. So I guess we now have the choice to spend our healing points on Word of Glory, or sorry, my holy points, or Shield of the Righteous, which obviously means I will pretty much always use Shield of the Righteous as long as I'm dealing damage. And once again, the gold and red, it works very well. So there is a priest trainer. So why is there still a trainer? I guess those are remnants from when you still had to do that in the Burning Crusade. Even though now, of course, you don't have to anymore because the retail version has given you skills by default. But there are still the trainers because back then you still needed them. I guess that's how it probably works. But what happens? There's a bandage trainer, which I can use to learn first aid, I guess. I do like the redesigned system. It does look better. Looks nice. So there is the professions trainer. Is that just all the professions? So tell me more about gathering professions. So herbalism, mining, skinning, and production professions. Alchemy, blacksmithing, enchanting, engineering, inscription. Is that new? Jewel crafting, leatherworking, tailoring. Okay. I don't know what I'll do here. I'll probably look into that later. We can also learn cooking again, which of course I did very much enjoy during my classic time. I don't know what I'll do with these things yet. Please, if you have any advice as to what I should do with these things, like what's a fun thing, what's a good thing, let me know, because I'm not really sold on anything yet. Yeah, I love this place. It looks great. I'm assuming I am also in a rested place because I see the Z's. Although in retail, the Z's are animated as opposed to them just being like static, which is also better looking. I can sell the junk. Here we go. Be gone junk. I'll sort this out later. I'll clean it in a little bit. Anyway, I guess that will wrap up the first part of this new series where I will explore retail. I guess I'll probably still call it Goes to Player Tries WoW Retail, because I just kind of like the idea that like all my series will have that name. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of fun to me. So I'll probably just still name it that. Yeah, please do let me know what you think of this. If you have any advice for me, please do let me know. I will probably be back with much more retail, much quicker than most classic content. Once again, a quick reminder, classic is not going anywhere. I will still continue the series, but the gaps are becoming longer, and I'm starting this to fill up the gaps that are being created by classic taking longer. So the series will be alternating, where there's probably going to be more retail content coming out in the next couple of months, but I'll still sprinkle a classic video in there whenever I can get one ready, so there isn't a big content drought on my channel. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again in the next one. And yeah, press the little button, that beautiful subscribe button. Come join me for the entire journey. We'll have a great blast. It's going to be a very long series, and we'll have a lot of fun. All right, see you later, guys.